YouTube, how are you now? So I just put together a time to kill chart for Modern Warfare 3 and the new Warzone, potentially. So if you're new to this, basically I just gathered all the stats, figured out the time to kills for 150 health and 300 health. So this is all the stats. It's not complete yet because this was just gathered from the in-game stats, so the stats that shows when you pull up any of the attachments and look at how it affects the weapons. So it only gives you the base damage and how far that damage goes out to, the drop off, but it doesn't give you anything beyond that. So I'm only going to have the damage values for the first damage range and the range that it goes to. So it's a little inconsistent, but have to wait until either sim.gg gets all the stats and all the ranges, or other people do the testing so I can fill it in. But it's work in progress. So you got your weapons here. It's only the Modern Warfare 3 guns because Modern Warfare 2 guns add way too much, and they did nerf the Modern Warfare 2 guns in Modern Warfare 3. So I checked a couple of the Modern Warfare 2 guns that were really good in Modern Warfare 2, and they're not as good as the better Modern Warfare 3 guns. So I just didn't include those. I might add them in the future, but it's a lot of guns. So you got your weapon, your ADS, speed, sprint to fire, reload, bullet velocity, rate of fire, damage per second, so DPS. The damage for your head, upper, and torso, because every weapon has those 3 damage types. Some have different values for all of them. Some have the same values for some of them, but head, upper torso, and then lower torso, and then your ranges, so 5 meters all the way out to 100 meters. And then where these damage ranges drop off. So you got your assault rifles, your battle rifles, your SMGs, your LMGs, your marksman rifles, your snipers, and your shotguns. So this is all the stats that were gathered from the in-game. And then if you go to 150 health, this is how the time to kill breaks down. So time to kill here is in milliseconds. The fastest is going to be red. Within 50 milliseconds is orange. 100 milliseconds is yellow, 150 is light green, 200 is dark green, so on and so forth, all the way down to black, which is bad, 1000 plus milliseconds. So definitely not competitive. So I only compared the weapons in each class, so assault rifles with assault rifles, battle rifles with battle rifles, SMGs with SMGs. I only compared head damage with head damage, and then upper torso with upper torso, and torso with torso. So it's consistent across the board. It's not the fastest time to kill is going to be all headshots, and then the slowest time to kill is going to be all lower torso, because that's always going to be the case. So it's comparative by the damage area, so head, upper torso, and lower torso, and also broken down by the assault rifle. So in your assault rifle class, the standouts here are going to be your Holger 5.56 and your MTZ 5.56. Those are the fastest killing guns, but MCW is still in there within 50 milliseconds of the fastest time to kill at every body part. And then your SVA 5.45 isn't the greatest, still within 100 milliseconds, but definitely lags behind the better guns here. So I would say the MTZ 5.56 is probably the best for close range out to 30 meters. Beyond that, might not be that great because it's the recoil, but it does have the fastest potential time to kill. Torso and upper torso, you're probably not going to get all headshots, but if you can, the Holger 5.56 will be the fastest there, but not by much, only 18 milliseconds of all headshots. So the MTZ 5.56 is probably the best, most forgiving with that 811 round rate of fire, versus the Holger's is less than 600, so more forgiving there. But MCW is still good, Holger 5.56 still really good too. SVA 5.45, not that great. So DG 5.8 and the FR 5.56 are burst guns, so the rate of fire that it has there and the DPS calculated out doesn't make a whole lot of sense, because I'm pretty sure the burst guns are done differently. But basically this is how many shots it would take to kill that 150 health. So 1 burst there, all headshots, and then 2 bursts anywhere to the body for both those guns. And the battle rifles, same thing. So your standout here is going to be your BASB, highest DPS, highest the fastest time to kill to the body, upper and lower torso, and to the farthest range. So it's only beaten by the Sidewinder if you're getting all headshots, but not likely. Whereas Sidewinder is still pretty good though in the body within 50 milliseconds, but it doesn't have as good of a range, and it shoots a lot slower. So 667 rounds per minute on the BASB, 375 on the Sidewinder. Not nearly as forgiving, so that DPS is a lot lower, even though you can still kill pretty quickly, but the damage output is not as good because of that slow rate of fire. MTZ 762 is just mid-tier, within 100 milliseconds, so still usable, but not the greatest. SMGs. So your standout here is going to be your WSP Swarm, fastest time to kill, except all headshots. So WSP-9 the only gun that beats it, all headshots. Highest DPS, but also the lowest range. So it only out to like not even 5 meters. No, it's less than 5 meters of damage drop off, and then beyond that, it's not going to be that good. But up close and personal, that's going to be your best gun. Shoots the fastest, kills the fastest, has the highest DPS. But all the other guns are decent. So Rival 9 is decent, and then the rest are mid-tier within 100 milliseconds. Striker's not great if you're hitting the lower torso, so you definitely have to be hitting the upper torso with the Striker. Striker's not very good. They nerfed it with that day 1 update. So, and then your LMGs, so they're all pretty much around the same. So the only standout is going to be the Bruin. MK9 is the fastest in every category. It doesn't have as good of a range as some of these other guns, but it's still the fastest killing gun. The fastest shooting gun as well, highest DPS, but everything's within 50 milliseconds, so they're all comparative to each other. Just depends how you want to use them. But I mean, the ADS is really slow on some. Sprint to fire, reload is really bad on the MWIII PKM, and it also shoots pretty slow too. But pick your poison there. Slow ADS, slow handling, but they all kill around the same. Your marksman rifles. So your standout, if you're hitting headshot or upper torso, is going to be the KVD Enforcer, because one-shot headshot out to 50 meters. The only other gun that can one-shot headshot is the MTZ Interceptor, and that's out to 40 meters. So farther range there, very fast upper torso out to 50 meters. But then if you're hitting the lower torso, it's absolutely atrocious. So MTZ Interceptor is more versatile there. So it's only 20 milliseconds slower than the KVD Enforcer to the upper torso, and just not as good range. But if you're hitting the lower torso, it's still as fast as the upper torso. So much more forgiving there. Just doesn't have quite as much range. I would say the MTZ Interceptor is going to be your best bet. The M56 decent as well, but that headshot damage is not very good. So MTZ Interceptor is going to be your best bet there, I would say. And then your sniper rifles. So the KATT-AMR is a one-shot headshot anywhere in the body all the way out to 80 meters. Now the longbow and the KV inhibitor, if you hit the lower torso, it's going to take more than one shot. So very slow there, time to kill, compared to any of the other guns. But if you're hitting the upper torso and higher or headshots, it's a one-shot kill out to about 40 meters on the KV, and then about to 15 meters on the longbow. And then your shotguns, I'm not sure how this works. I'm pretty sure this is like pellet damage, because as slow as they shoot, it doesn't make any sense though. They'll do that little damage, so I'm not sure how many pellets they have, but that's what it says in game, how much damage it does. So that's 150 health, and then 300 health will be Warzone. If the base health is 150 and you can put three plates on for 50 plates each, that'll be 300 total. But that's not until December, and they may make changes before that, but I just wanted to take a look at how the guns stack up at 300 health. So assault rifles again, MTZ 556 is going to be the fastest killing gun. MCW is still decent. Holger is okay as long as you're not hitting the lower torso, but lower torso is going to be pretty slow. And then your SBA 545 is junk. Not very good, not very high damage, so they're definitely going to need to do something about that gun. Unless it's just a pure laser beam and you don't have any recoil. So MCW has less recoil than MTZ 556, but MTZ 556 is manageable, just not probably at super long range. So that might come more into play in Warzone, since the ranges are going to be longer and you have to hit a lot more shots. But then your burst guns, so 8, 9, 10 shots, 5, 7, 7 shots. So this is going to be a 3 burst, 3 burst, and this is a 4 burst. So 2 burst, and then 3 burst, 3 burst on those. Then your battle rifles. Standout here is going to be your BASB. fastest time to kill at any body part, furthest range, highest DPS, nothing even comes close. So Sidewinder is decent, not terrible, out to 20 meters, but not nearly as much range and not nearly as good as BSB. So BSB 540 is faster than your assault rifles too. So doesn't have as much magazine capacity, but kills pretty quick. And then your SMGs here, again, WSP Swarm is going to be your standout, fastest time to kill, except all headshots. So the Striker 9 is the only one that beats it at all headshot time to kill, but you're not going to get all headshots with an SMG unless you got some kind of aimbot on. But yeah, WSP Swarm, fastest time to kill, highest DPS, but again, only out to very, very short range. And then Striker 9, Rival 9, okay. The other one's not that great. LMGs, Bruin MK9 again, the best. And nothing else really compares. So Holger is decent, because you're not going to get all those headshots. Headshot damage is pretty low. Time to kill is pretty low, so not going to get all those headshots anyway. But against the body, it's still pretty good. Actually faster, lower torso, but slower upper torso. So depending on your accuracy, Bruin MK9 is going to do you better. If you're accurate, Holger 26 is going to be better if you're a little bit less accurate. But they're both about the same. And then the other gun's not that great. So your marksmans, so all headshots, KVD Enforcer would be your best bet. But if you're hitting the body, it's terrible. Whereas if you're hitting the body, DM56 is going to be your best bet. Fastest time to kill there. So still takes a few shots, so you're probably not going to get all headshots unless you're pacing it, so you're probably not going to get that fastest time to kill. DM56 is probably going to be your best bet. And then your sniper rifles, again, the KATT-AMR is the only one-shot headshot out to about 80 meters. None of the other guns can one-shot headshot 300 health. But if you're hitting the body, it's absolutely atrocious. So almost 1500 milliseconds to get that second shot on to get the kill. Whereas the other guns, if you're hitting the body, 462, 923, 541, 1081. So a lot faster if you're not getting all headshots. But your KATT-AMR is going to be your traditional sniper for the one-shot headshots, and then the other guns are going to be more if you're hitting the body and that kind of stuff. Still fast time to kill. If you're hitting upper torso, it's 462. That's very fast. Very fast. So it beats pretty much every other gun. Upper torso. So yeah. That'll be a pretty good gun if you're using it for upper torso. But if you're hitting the lower torso, that's pretty punishing. So you have to be pretty accurate with that upper torso and above. Otherwise, 923 is not going to be competitive. So yeah, that's it for now. I'll update it as I get more information. Keep updating it as they add and that kind of stuff. But it just helps me putting it together like this. That way I can compare how certain guns perform compared to each other. Make better choices on which gun to use in certain situations, or how to use each gun in whatever situation suits it best. But keep updating it as things go. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. And I'll leave a link down in the description as well to this Excel sheet if you want to check it out. But yeah, thanks for watching. Peace.